Welcome to Post Game Podcast. I'm your host, June. And before I get into today's featured player of the week, old school edition, I want to ask everyone to make sure that they are subscribed to Bleachers to Speakers on YouTube and that they're following us on all the podcast aggregators. Those are platforms like Spotify, Pandora, YouTube Music, Apple Podcasts. Those are places those are just a few. Anywhere you can hear a podcast, you can follow us there. Just type in Post Game Podcast, FFSN in your search. Make sure that alert button is on and make sure you download those episodes. We got a heck of a basketball player here that we're talking about. This featured player of the week is none other than Grant Hill out of Duke. I didn't like Grant Hill when he was at Duke. He was an amazing player, but I am not a Duke fan by the stretch. Actually, he gave my team an L. The Michigan Fab Five gave them an L. He was also a part of that team that gave my other team an L, the Running Rebels. I think he was a freshman then. And that Running Rebel team was destined to be a dynasty, but they lost to Duke in the championship, that second year run that they had. Grant Hill was phenomenal athlete. Let's get into some of his accolades, though. Grant Hill played from 1994 to 2000 as a Piston before he left. And yes, I was highly upset when he left. Injured his foot in the middle of a game. I think might have been a playoff game. Not quite sure, but I remember him kicking a chair. He was so disappointed, and he wound up going to the Orlando Magic the following year. I was so disappointed. But, things happen. We move on. He played here in Detroit from 1994 to 2000, total of 435 games. He averaged 21.6 a game, close to 8 rebounds a game, 6.3 assists per game, 1.6 steals a game. He had a 47.6% shooting, and he was a 73.7 career free throw percentage from while he was here in Detroit. Like I said, these are all stats while he was in Detroit. I don't care what he did outside of Detroit. I'm talking about when he was a Piston. He's one of my favorite players. His rookie season, he played in 70 games. He averaged 38.3 minutes a game, and he averaged 19.9 points and 6.4 rebounds, 5 assists, almost 2 steals a game. He had a 47.7% from the field goal percentage, and he had 73.2 free throw percentage. He was co-rookie of the year alongside Jason Kidd that year, and he was the first rookie to lead the NBA All-Star voting. This guy was a heck of an athlete, about 6'8", 6'9", could jump out the gym before his injury. He didn't depend much on his jump shot. He had a decent mid-range, but when he was going downhill, he could elevate. He would dunk over people. He's had career highlight reel dunks over shot blockers like Alonzo Mourning. He's that guy. He could elevate and he could handle the rock. So, and then actually when he got here, he was a small forward by trade. We moved into point guard, and he played very well until his injury, and he left for Orlando. He played 6 seasons here, and he was a 5-time NBA All-Star, and he earned all NBA honors in 5 consecutive seasons. Uh, he's known for his versatility, often leading the team. He led the team in points most of the time while he was here, and he was just an overall great player and a great personality. You didn't hear any scandals. You didn't hear any bad thing outside of the locker room, outside of the court. You didn't hear anything bad, and of course, he did great things while he was on the court. This is one of those players that broke my heart when he left. He was one of my favorite players while he was here. Um, we went on to do different things after he left, but still, it was one of those things where he felt like he couldn't go any further here. Uh, Left in 2000. We won a championship in 2004. So that was his destiny. That was ours. So once again, our feature player of the week is Grant Hill. Salute to those who have been watching. Make sure you continue. Go on you. If you're not on YouTube, go to YouTube. Subscribe to Bleachers to Speakers on YouTube. If you've already subscribed, go ahead, share, like, comment, do whatever you got to do to keep us in the algorithm. Tell a friend about what we do here, man. There's a lot of stuff on this channel. We talk about featured player profiles. We got Pistons, we got Lions, we got Detroit Tigers. It's a plethora of Detroit homegrown sports. We are working on Red Wings hockey. Just sign up. Make sure you subscribe to Bleachers and Speakers on YouTube.